Hi, it's Chris, and this is my review of today's reading of reading through the Bible in a year chronologically. Today was August 18th, Ezekiel chapter 10, 11, 12, and in 13. Those four verses or four chapters of Ezekiel. Um, we get to see more visions of the cherubim, and what a sight that is if you can put together his description. It's quite an ordeal, and we see other descriptions of how they work with coals, burning coals, and I guess I didn't capture the um, the symbolism with the coals and how that all functions. We've got coals and wheels and faces and eyes and wings and hands and uh, quite the uh, quite the quite the thing, quite the cherubims, quite the description and what's happening with it and where they're going and what they're doing. It's the vision that Ezekiel's seeing and showing, and there's something to be said about that. What's happening in the spirit world? What is going on around us that we can't see, that we don't know about? The evil that tries to bestow us, but yet the good of God when we seek God and we ask for Him. I truly believe that God knows our every thought, everything. He knows all things. I still stand on Romans 8:28 as my favorite verse that says, "All things work together for the good of those who believe and are called to His purpose." To me means that it won't always feel good or seem good, but everything that happens is for our good. So I'll stand on that as a promise. And I know He is my shelter and my shield, and He promises to be with me in all at all times, and He takes care of the birds of the air. So when I think of the cherubim, I think of the other things that could be around with that. And again, what the people of Israel were summoning at the time, they were worshiping false gods, which if there's any power there, that's a false display. It's a display of power. I mean, the enemy does have, demons do have some power here, not God power, but they have some power. They have some authority, and they have some workings, especially when they're called upon and given some authority here by people falsely because they've been misled. But regardless, they're false gods, and they're sent here to kill, steal, and destroy. And God will destroy those who ask for it. And that's what's happening. We see that in here. Um, let's see. Said when one of the part when Ezekiel was prophesying, one Pelatiah son of Benaiah suddenly died. So at that point, Ezekiel fell face down. And the one thing that stuck out, probably the most important thing that stuck out to me today, was that um, when Ezekiel's talking about hope for the exiled Israel, he says the last little bit of that. Let's see, they will truly be my people, and I will be their God. And then he says in verse 21, Ezekiel 11:21, but as for those who long for vile images and detestable idols, I will repay them fully for their sins. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken. And that's where we get the whole thought process of those that are, how does that go? If you those who look back are not fit for the plow. You got to look forward. We got to look forward. We can't look at the past. We can't look to those things. We can't long for things. Then how do we truly love God when we're longing for the sin and the sinful things? That stuck to me anyway. That spoke to me. And then the people are talking like, "Yep, God's never gonna do this, and it's not gonna happen, not gonna happen. There's no punishment for Israel. That's not for real. That's for a later time. It'll never happen. Not to us." God says, "Oh yes, it will. Hold on to your hats. This is gonna get bad. It's gonna get rough." And He has Ezekiel show how it's gonna get rough, and yet the people still don't turn from their ways. He will rescue His people, but the people aren't turning. So that's Important stuff to pay attention to. Look toward God. Always look to God. Look for Him. Praise His holy name. Know that He loves us. He cares for us, but He's just. He's real. He will repay evil for evil, and us seeking anything besides Him is evil. He will give us what we ask for. So, we best be worshiping the one true God and looking towards Him.